SEVERIN Films is releasing these two films on 4K for the first time ever, and I'm about to save you a shit ton of money because these are not going to be cheap discs. Are the movies worth getting? Well, here's my 2 cents. Hold on to your butts.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hello, motherfucker.
Welcome to the 4K party, pal. Your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos here. I hope you're well. SEVERIN is releasing Razorblade Smile and The Final Program. Both these movies are new to 4K, but are they worth your money? Well, let's jump right in with the oldest movie. That's The Final Program. It's an English film from 1973. Is it a comedy? Is it an action picture? Is it sci-fi? No, none of the above. I'm not sure what the hell it is, to be honest, besides a tedious and confusing head-scratcher. For the entire 90 minutes of this movie, I had no idea what was going on. Characters were saying stuff, plot was happening, but I had no idea what was actually going on. Maybe that's a failing of myself, and I do put that on my shoulders. But again, this is my opinion. Near as I can figure, the film is about a foppish, dandy, genius type dude who loves cookies. He keeps them unwrapped in his freezer, actually, just like literally out of the package, just loose cookies. He's a cookie guy. Stupid.
What? What the fuck?
And there's some kind of program that his dad developed that made a machine that turns people having sex into cavemen. That's what I got from this movie. And I think that's fairly close to what actually happened. So maybe, I mean, this isn't Tenet, but goddamn, it's confusing. I think that's the movie's biggest problem. Also, it's a little fucking stupid. It's 007 meets 50s sci-fi mumbo jumbo with the wackiness of the Beatles' help, which, by the way, I do love that movie, but it works for the Beatles. It does not work here. Mix all that up with the quirky bullshittery of Wes Anderson, and it's as obnoxious and annoying as that all sounds. Maybe that's on me. Maybe I'm just not a mod guy. If you're a mod person and you love, you know, the early 70s, late 60s in the UK, maybe this is right up your alley. For me, it was the farthest thing from my alley that it didn't even cross the street to look at the alley. Wait, what was that? There's a scarecrow woman behind me? Put the drink down. I think you've had one too many. Look, this movie's based on a famous book series, so maybe there's fans for this Jerry Cornelius guy, but I'm certainly not one of them. I can't even imagine trying to make my way through one of these damn books. This was bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The movie, there's some incredible wide shots. I will give it that. So in 4K, cleaned up, if you're a fan of the movie, if you're familiar with the movie, it'll probably look really beautiful. So in terms of the upgrade, yeah, I think it's worth it. If you like the movie, if you've seen it before, do not blind buy this. Do not do it. Look, it's your money. Obviously, I say that all the time. I know you're special. You and I, we share a thing. We love cult movies. We love weird shit. You know, I love Freaked, and I'll be reviewing Freaked, by the way. That review is coming soon for the 4K of that. You know, there's something magical about these outsider movies. This is absolutely outsider art, so you may absolutely enjoy whatever the hell this movie is. I think it's clear what review I'm gonna give it, and that is 0 stars. The Final Program. Hated it. I absolutely hated it. And look, I was really kind of excited to watch it. I'm always on a movie's side in the beginning of the movie. I go, okay, movie, wow me, let's go. Let's make me your bitch. But the movie did not. The movie pushed me away with its weirdness, its obtuseness, and its frankly, tedium. So 0 stars for Final Program. It is a do not buy from me.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Hey, real quick before we get to the second movie, do me a favor, slam the thumbs up if you have not done that already. It's an honor and a pleasure to do these for you. This helps the channel and it helps the video, so thank you very, very much. By the way, after you slam that thumbs up, you can also hype the video. It helps smaller channels like me get recognized by the algorithm. So help a brother out, and let's talk about our second movie. Next up, Razorblade Smile from 1998, directed by Jake West, who did the far superior Mancunian Man documentary, which is on the Cliff Twemlow box set, which, by the way, if you saw that short or I found that box set, I will be doing a deep dive into that box set real soon. Imagine if El Mariachi was made by the goth kids from South Park after they binged the entire Underworld movie franchise, and you'd get a good idea of what this edgelord action horror movie feels like. Do you like sexy vampires? Do you like The Matrix? Do you like guns? Well, that's pretty much all this movie kind of has going for it. But is that enough to make it good? Our vampire heroine, obnoxiously named Lilith Silver for God's sake, has been around for centuries, and she's decided to spice up her life by becoming a hitman, or in this case, a hit woman. Equal opportunity, okay? The film bounces between her opening her mouth wide like a moron, showing off her fangs every 5 seconds to remind us that she's a vampire, or shooting guns like she's cosplaying Leon the Professional. Frankly, pal,
It stinks.
it's awful. It's awful. Awful, awful, awful. Obnoxiously awful. And I remember renting this movie back in the day when it was in Blockbuster stores. I remember the cover very, very well and saying, oh wow, there's a lot of cleavage. This must be really good. Of course, I was fooled by the cover, as we all are. We're weak. We're weak, aren't we? Now, I don't have any memory as to what my feelings were on the film when I first watched it, but having rewatched it right now, I'm pretty sure I hated the crap out of it. It's all the lame, bad things from 90s cinema combined. Black leather-clad people with guns, vampires, Pulp Fiction riffs, etc. And it all has this super ugly and unappealing blue filter, which seems to cover almost the entire movie in an effort to go day for night, but maybe it was also to hide the rough-looking 16mm quality. The reality is the film looks terrible. The 16mm really works against it and makes it look like a student film. At times, the film even looks like it was shot on video. Yes, I know, but they're upgrading it to 4K. Is that gonna make it look any better? Well, maybe a tad bit. I don't know. And to be honest, I have not seen the 4Ks. Even if the 4K is immaculate, but the movie's a piece of shit. The movie's a piece of shit. And ultimately, I think you know the answer. The movie is a piece of shit. 0 stars from me for Razor Blade Smile. I honestly do not recommend you getting either of these films. One of the worst elements of Razor Blade Smile that absolutely annoyed me and pissed me off so much was that they would keep cutting back to Lilith's vampire gang. So she would do assassinations. They would cut back from the assassinations to her hanging out at some like lame ass goth bar with her wannabe vampire friends discussing vampire lore. Like, oh, I would love to turn into a bat. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, I'd love to be Mist. Oh my god. And by the way, Severin is selling this as a bisexual vampire movie. There are some sexy time scenes. I will say that there is a little bit of nudity, not too much. There's a little, but the one and only lesbian scene is shot in a very artsy fartsy way that it makes you kind of want to roll your eyes instead of well, you know, the other thing. Oh yeah, Scarecrow Lady. Weird. Well, there you have it, pal. That's my take on Razor Blade Smile and the final program. 0 stars on both. God, this is... Oh, Lord. Yeah. Stay away. Stay away. You know what? Take your family to a nice meal. Why don't you plan to do that instead with that money? You don't need these movies on your shelf. That's the long and short of it. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been Master Chaos. You've been amazing. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Remember, I love you. I love you just the way you are. Hang in there. I hope I get to see you again. Until we meet again, however, stay away from black-clad vampires, no matter how much cleavage they shove in your face.